What is good, MexitPlanners? Hey, I am down at Parque Plancha, headed to the Ie Tram. Now I'm going to take the Va y Ven today to just kind of explore the routes of the Va y Ven. Right now there are two routes. One goes to the Maya train station at Teya. So that is how, if you are coming on the Maya train, that is how you would get to Merida, is the Ie Tram. And the other goes from the La Plancha site to Kanasin. Hopefully I am there on time. It leaves at 8 or 9 o'clock and it is 8:45. So let's see how it goes.
But the money that I spent last night with my friends was worth it. Sometimes I make this life thing harder than it needs to be.
All right, so we are at the Ie Tram station at Parque La Plancha, which is the main station. I came down the other day and I got me a Va card. So I should be all set just to catch the tram today to the Teya station, which should leave here at 9 o'clock. All right, so it looks like, oh, that is the Ie Tram to Kanasin. It is an all-electric tram and it just rolled up. I didn't even hear. This particular tram looks to be packed going to the Teya train station. Lots of people taking trips today. I'll be back down in a week or so. I'm gonna try the tram over to Palenque. So two trams just pulled in, one to Kanasin, which is the 902. The route to Kanasin runs, I think it's every 20 minutes. So it's much more frequently than the route to the Teya station. So it looks like they are prioritizing people with tickets to the train Maya first. So if the waiting area seating is any indication of the capacity of the Ie Tram, there are only probably one, maybe two additional seats available on this tram headed to Teya at 9 a.m. So my recommendation, I got here, 5 minutes before, but my recommendation is if you have a train out, that you arrive a little bit early so that you don't miss this particular tram, because the next one I believe is like after 10 o'clock. Gracias. I mean, the boarding process was pretty straightforward. There were no issues. Scan your card at the machine and it basically allows you to get on, and it looks like it took 14 pesos to ride. I had 200 peso balance and it showed 186 on the screen when it was done, so I believe it's a 14 peso ride. Looks like there are 5 seats more than what was in the waiting area, and they also prioritize the Maya train tickets. So if you have tickets for the Maya train, those passengers board it first and then everybody else, but there's plenty of space. There are 3 seats beside me and I'm sitting in the middle seat, right? All right, we'll take this 25-minute ride to the Teya station.
So many lights, lights, lights with us tonight, night, night. Don't let them go to waste. Look into my eyes, eyes, eyes. It's gonna be alright, right, right. Tomorrow's gonna be okay. One moment, one shot.
Definitely a very impressive station, like the marble floors. Looks like there may be a tour of some type happening right now. this is the ticket stand. And if you don't have a ticket, so you could purchase your tickets here at the ticket booth. All right, so I just got done talking to the folks at the ticket counter, and if you can buy tickets for the same day for travel, but he said maximum 45 minutes before. So if you took the tram over, we didn't get here to 9:35, and there were people that still got tickets. The train to Palenque leaves at 10:18. And there are folks that bought tickets and still were able to catch the train. However, I will tell you that the line was pretty long and it didn't seem to move very quickly. So, like if I was trying to get a ticket today to go to Palenque, I would have been pretty much not able to, you know, based on the wait that was there. So that was one thing. 45 minutes before said is probably the latest. So I was told 30 before, but 45 minutes he said is probably the latest. They have the prices for national and international passengers. This is the national here on the left. And then on the right, they have the international passengers tickets. And you can kind of see the difference. There's about a 700 peso difference for first class from a national and an international. Now, if you are a local or resident of Merida, there's actually posted here the local prices. So to Palenque, it's $9.24 in tourist class, it looks like. And as you can see here, the national price is $1,300. So there's quite a bit, 400 peso difference to Palenque. And then the tourist price is almost half. So this is the security line for folks that are headed on the train right now. They are waiting to go through security. Now I am walking over because it looks like they've opened the ticket stand for the Va or the Va y Ven. I don't know why I get that mixed up, but they've opened the ticket office, which was closed earlier, but it looks like it is open now. I have a Va y Ven card, so I'm good to go with that. And you would think that they would have an option to go to like Kanasin if you were going there, but the only option is to go to La Plancha or Paseo 60, which is, Paseo 60 is the farthest station. Not really far, it's like in the heart of downtown. And La Plancha is kind of just east of there, I guess. All right, so we're getting ready to get back on the bus to go back to La Plancha. Buy tickets at the ticket office at the Teya train station if you arrive, say, from Cancun and don't already have a Va y Ven card, which most tourists would not have that. So that is something that's possible. So it was 14 pesos to go back, it looks like. And it's the exact same bus that we were on earlier. They just parked it and waited for, I guess, the return. So if you arrive on the train, you know, don't dilly-daddle too much inside of the train station. Come outside. I didn't hear any type of announcements about the tram leaving or anything like that. So the trams are outside waiting on the passengers that are arriving from Cancun. Make sure you're outside and ready at least 15 minutes before the departure of the tram time at 10:50. Like this stop right here, this young lady is getting off at one of the first stops, and I don't think I captured that, but she just got off at the stop. I think I mentioned it before, but there are USB ports on here for charging your devices, which is nice. Along the rails, there's red buttons that you press that say stop, that let the driver know that you want to get off at the next location. Let's see if we're coming up on another stop. All right, we made it back to La Plancha at 11:15, which is basically 35 minutes. Kanasin, so my next tram is here for Kanasin. So So we're gonna flip over and do it all over again. Looks like the folks in front of me are about to get off at the next stop. They just pressed a button. I don't know if you heard the ding. So they're getting off at this stop right here. To give you some perspective of how new this system is, I am the only passenger on this bus right now. There were three other passengers. Both of them got off inside of Merida. But on the way to Kanasin, and this is the first route, I'm the only passenger on the bus. It's just me and the driver, and we're entering kind of central Kanasin at this point. But it's a brand new system. Like, most folks are still taking the traditional bus or tuk-tuks or whatever to the traditional bus route. But this is a brand new system, so it hasn't been fully adopted. Now, this evening when folks are getting off of work, it is also it's late morning, 11:41. But I would expect maybe this evening when people are getting off work that there will be more passengers on this bus than there are right now, maybe coming back into Kanasin. And certainly in the morning, there were probably a lot of folks leaving, coming into Merida on this system. But right now, it's just me. And I have no idea where the stops are or where to get off. So, and I'm sure this bus probably just loops around and goes right back to Merida if I just stay on it. But this looks like an interesting area, the market area. So I think I'll get off here. Yep, this is right downtown. So I'm gonna take this first stop and get off right here at the market. And maybe this is the stop. I'll find out. Hola. Buen día. ¿Hay otras paradas para the Ie Tram?
Acá es paradero.
Sí.
Sí, pasea, luego regresa y aquí lo toma y se va otra vez a la plancha.
Sí, va a la planta. ¿A qué hora está la próxima?
Cada 20 minutos nos está pegando.
20 minutos? Ok, perfecto. Gracias. So every 20 minutes they leave. This is the central stop for Kanasin, and it is right downtown in the middle of the market. So let's check it out. The Kanasin sign. And that's one of the cool things I like about Mexico is that each little city has their own sign. Looks like a school across the street. But this is their main park, like Central Park. The last time I drove through here, they were having a rally, a political rally. And so it was deep with people. Like, it was a lot of traffic, lots of people. And there's no way I could stop to see or film anything because there was just so many folks. But this time it's, regular normal day. This is the Central Cathedral in Kanasin. Buenos dias. So it's a pretty little place. It's like the Central Church. It's currently closed, but that's beautiful. Yeah, that's pretty. This is the main market in Kanasin, and folks are buying food. I mean, it's just like any other market, right? Folks are buying food, they're getting their vegetables. One of the cool things about Mexico is that they typically buy their stuff fresh, like for each meal. So they'll come out in the morning, they'll buy their food, their spices, what have you. This particular area looks like it's closed off as a pedestrian street. So, but yeah, this is definitely, even in my neighborhood, I see my neighbors leaving out, going to the butcher in the morning, getting their vegetables and fruits. There's a couple fruterias right around me. Oh, looks like they are redoing the market. So we have the same thing in Merida, but this is a little bit more accessible. The market in Merida is bananas. I may just do one of these just for the heck of it. Sí, disponible. No sé Kanasin, no conozco Kanasin, so. Sí, solo just. Sí, sí, o vuelta. Gracias. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Es más caro?
Mercado.
Ok.
Es provisional este. Este es de nuevo.
Oh, ok. Es del otro. Es mi primera vez a Kanasin, so. So I'm in one of these tuk-tuk situations. I've ridden in one of these in Disneytoon with my with the pastor of the church we were helping. So we're just gonna spin the block. You know.
Este es el parque.
Sí. Ah, that's for carnival.
El palacio.
Sí. Esta semana, de fin de semana, es the carnival en Kanasin.
¿Ah?
La fin de semana es the carnival en Kanasin.
Sí.
Sí.
Carnaval.
Tope. Ay. Tope. Ah. This seems to definitely be the way to get around. But not a whole lot going on in Kanasin. People going about their business. I guess the reason folks say is the bad part of town is this is where, you know, on the perimeter is where all the truckers hang out, and truck stops and things of that nature. And so they have adult entertainment, strip clubs and what have you around the perimeter. But in the city itself, looks pretty chill.
Fíjense, son 21 pesitos diarios lo que usted gasta en un refresco a la mitad.
I think I've seen all I need to see in Kanasin. ¿Cuánto cuesta, señor? 50? Gracias. So 50 pesos, 10-minute tour of Kanasin. I've seen everything I need to see up in this joint. Let's get this Va and head back to the crib. So they do have USB and power outlets in this shop. It doesn't look like maybe the power works because there are no lights and the fan's not running at this particular moment, but they definitely have, they're planning to have anyway, power as well as no, see? All right, well, that concludes the adventure to Kanasin, and we'll head back to La Plancha in 20 minutes or so. All right, Mexit planners, we have made it back to La Plancha. They actually surprised me. He didn't come to the station. He actually went to the stop that is in front of the park, which is perfect for me because my car is right over here. So that worked out very well. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of Kanasin, as well as the information about going to Teya from La Plancha. I hope all of that was beneficial. And until next time, MexitPlans Monty, I move.